Now I'm going to get straight to it. Shout out to the real ones that actually, appreciate the channel and the content. Now, this video is for educational purposes only. Now, let's talk about it. We have planes falling out the sky, crashes. We have weird weather. Texas, Louisiana, a lot of southern regions that's not even used to getting snowstorms and snow. You have all these school-involved shootings. I'm sure you still have all the police-involved shootings, and you have all these different attacks that was in New Orleans and all these public attacks, and so much going on. All the weird weather, so many people being taken out, taking themselves out allegedly. First they was talking about also all the drones, some reporting to see orbs, etc. Let's talk about it. Now, real quick, for anybody, especially for those ones that's been supporting since day one, or been following me, if you don't know by now, I don't like to be put in a category. Some may call me spiritual, some may call me this, that. I've said myself as a spiritual assassin, etc. Yeah, I believe that as well, and I know that as well, but there's many layers to what we call existence. We are creators at the end of the day. You are a creator. So that's what we do best. Content create. I feel like a real quote unquote content creator can pretty much make content out of anything. I'm also very aware and protective when it comes down to my energy. I get a lot of stories, that I will talk about depending on the circumstances, situation, and how I'm feeling. But as we know, right, there's been so much going on. Public, attacks, people being ran over, all these random acts, immigration, you got a lot of people saying the president, Trump doing this and Trump doing that. Let's talk about it. Plane crashes. Now, this is my personal opinion. Now, bear with me. There's a war going on. There's always been wars within wars. Rumors of wars always been. But it's real life war, It's spiritual war, physical war. We are not alone. Now, I was watching a video a little earlier ago of a rapper that that's not known for talking about nothing spiritual, nothing to do with no political situations or anything. And he has stated that it looked like, that the plane that fell in Philadelphia was hit by something. Like something knocked it down. Excuse me. And to be honest, it's a lot of things that's done by design, but at the end of the day, divine has the last say so, It is a war between good and evil, demons in high places that don't want you to make it. Why is all these events happening back to back to back to back to back? That wasn't the only incidents with the planes falling. You had Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and all those other people. You had, excuse me, some other planes that may have had doctors and different people on it. I forgot what date it was, but there have been multiple, plane crashes and things falling from the sky. Also, just like all the sightings that we've been seeing. Some may say it's extraterrestrial. Some may say that, it's uh the new technology that the government or spy kids from different countries. First, you just have to realize you have to have strong discernment. Because in these times, the year just begun and we've been hit with all of this already. You got fires that's happening, planes falling from the sky. You know, they bring certain immigrants over here, then they want to take them out. Besides talking about the Venezuelans and all these different. Listen, I want to say this. You know, I believe anyone should have the right to live in peace and harmony and be able to work and get along with each other if that's, their goal. Be on a journey, for whatever they want to do. As long as individuals are not hurting people or come around with an ideology with some type of supremacy or committing heinous acts, etc. That's the only thing that I stand against. I feel like people should be able to go different places and be safe and do this and do that. But if you're criminal minded and you're known for doing heinous violent crimes, especially when you wasn't born, excuse me, in the U.S., then I don't believe you should be around. You know, not here because we already have problems here in the U.S. to deal with. Racism, sexism, classism, so many different levels of separation. Now you keep hearing, I heard Selena Gomez was crying about the whole Mexicans, and it's not just Mexicans. I don't believe it was just Mexicans. But somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. Because I don't discriminate against nobody. Take it from me. I'm the number one person being discriminated against. The number one person being stalked, harassed, used as target practice, etc. So I'll be the last person that's trying to pass judgment or be racist or biased towards anybody. But I've been sitting back listening to this social media and people saying things about race and trying to target certain ethnic or a certain ethnic background group. We know who that is already. Saying a lot of negative things, You have people that fought for the rights for everybody, not just for one people. Fought for the rights for you to be here, fought for the rights for your kids to be here, even though we know that this system and everything is not fair. It's still a lot of injustice, it's still a lot of, sick, heinous things happening. But, there are also good things, Take the good with the bad and the happy with the sad. But, it infuriates me when I hear people lashing out and speaking, especially towards certain groups that's been attacked and targeted since day one and still to this day. Take it up with the people that's suppressing you or harming you and ripping you from your homes and taking from you. So I heard some certain people feel about so-called black people or whoever and whatever. A lot of this stuff is nothing but distractions anyway. But real is real and fake is fake and wrong is wrong and right is right. These planes, is war going on. It's war in those skies, That's the only way I can put it. If it don't add up, if it don't seem right, it don't seem right. A lot of things may even be connected. You got all these people getting snow in Georgia and Louisiana and all these different southern regions that don't know how to, properly prepare for that because that's not what they're used to. They're sliding off the roads. They doing this and doing that. We've already had hurricanes, all these different fires. We are living in the last days as we know it. Laws being passed. I got to do my full due diligence but from my understanding that allegedly the president is making it more easier or passing laws to make it more as if it's not already easy to get weapons in the wrong hands in the youth. Again, I don't want to speak too much about that until I do my full due diligence on, because I know there's a lot of laws being passed and some people liking it and some people not, but that's how it usually go. We have to pay attention, that it's war, and I label it spiritual over everything because that's where it comes from first. You fighting in this physical world, but the whole time you've been at war in the spiritual realm. When things are not adding up, things are not adding up. We're not alone in this universe. Look in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. What's understood don't have to be explained. And unfortunately, it's gonna get worse before it get better. We have to realize, and we have to learn how to we got to stay focused on the task that's at hand, and that's knowing who you are, knowing where you're going. It's about evolving, because the devil is always at work and working overtime. There are more and more events happening, more just more everything. They're putting certain things in the food. It's so much going on to keep you, in a fear state. To make you, excuse me real quick, to put you in a state of confusion, a state of uncertainty. This is why you have to have a strong discernment, a strong belief in a higher power, because that's what it's gonna take. And you're dealing with the fallen ones, these fallen angels, dark angels, whatever you want to call them. That's who really running a lot of this stuff. And if this sound crazy to you, then this content was never for you. Yeah, they watching me, they watching you, but they watching greatness. I'm here to tell you, it's gonna get better. You're gonna see divine intervention. That's been happening, but the ones that's meant to see will see. Keep in mind, you cannot be afraid. Try your best to not be fearful. Live your life and just try to make the best choices. I guess don't be afraid to catch a flight if that's what you need to do because of what you hear. Or go this place. You're going to live your life because what's going to happen is going to happen. It's already planned. I believe our destiny is already pre-planned already, predestined, But I do believe that there are people that's trying to alter that and may possibly can. But what's written for you, especially those ones that with those high anointments, with the big targets on their back, they trying to distract you, For those that took that red pill and you can see life for what it is, pay attention, There's a lot of different species among us, and we are not alone in this universe. I'm gonna end the video, but again, planes falling out the sky, strange weather, the enemy does a lot of things by design, but at the end of the day, everything will be revealed. What's done in the dark will come to the light, and everything goes at the end of the day through the divine. I want to let y'all know, man, I appreciate anybody that really appreciate this content. For anybody that's hating or anybody behind the scenes hating on the channel or trying to target and stop, remember this, the only one that's stopping you is you. And you're not talking crazy. If these videos relate to you, just support, like, comment, subscribe, share, do any of those, if you would like to. It's all free will. I'm out. Triple ones. I own us. 13.